ones.
Kamusta mga exile? Gameras here. Welcome to another my budget build guide. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about my Pyroclast mine Sabotuer. And some of you might notice this setup. It's because yes, I'm using the exact same character in my Icicle Mine Saboteur build guide video. And the reason I use the exact same character for my Pyroclast is because they pretty much have the same setup. And even with the skill tree, I think I just respected 5, maybe 6 skill points and made some changes, and it's already set up for the Pyroclast. And also, I want to mention that I think Icicle Mine has a better clearing speed, but Pyroclast I think has a better single target damage, especially when you stack those mines. And as you can see, I deactivated my Herald of Ash because I don't have a lot of mana pool, and I only do this against boss fights. And anyways, let's just begin our guide. First, I'm gonna talk about my equipment. First, before I was using this Eagle rare gloves, and now I'm using this Dodress Tenture Velvet gloves, which gives you lots of spell damage. And also I'm using this Hyperbarus leather belt, which gives you 69% increased damage with hits against shield enemies. And that is why I'm using these skitter bots, because this will chill your enemies. And these are the only two unique items that I'm using in this build. And for the rare items, first is my helmet. And before I was using this Dodress Scorn Lunaris Circlet. Now I'm using this rare item, and this helmet gives socketed gems are supported by Immolate and concentrated effect. Also try to get this fire damage to spells. And also I want to mention that I added this Infernal Legion to my skitter bots, so my enemies will be ignited. So this Immolate will always be active. And for the weapons, I'm using the exact same weapon as before, and I just recrafted this fire damage to spells. And you can either use wand or scepter and just look for a high spell damage or elemental damage or fire damage. And also try to get this crit multiplier and also some of this non-chaos damage as extra chaos damage. And for the amulet, try to get an amulet with high dexterity because you're gonna need it for your gem requirements. And also some of spell damage, crit multiplier, especially this additional maximum to mana and mana regeneration. And as you can see, I anointed this amulet with Heart Seeker, which will give you 30% crit multiplier, and you're gonna need 1 teal oil and 2 crimson oil. And for the rings, pretty much the same as the amulet. You're gonna need some mana reservation and try to get some maximum mana as well. And for the body armor and boots, they're just life and resist. And for the flask, I'm using Atsir's Promise for additional chaos damage, Diamond Flask for more crit, Granite Flask for more armor, and Quicksilver Flask for increased movement speed. And for the gem setups, in my helmet, I'm using Pyroclast with Minefield, Elemental Focus, and Trap and Mine damage. And on my weapon, I have Val Righteous Fire, Efficacy, Increased Duration. And on my gloves, I have Stormbrand with Curse on Hit, Projectile Weakness, and Assassin's Mark. And on my armor, I have level 5 Clarity, level 1 Precision, and low level Steel Skin and Cast when damage is taken. And these two are optional. And lastly, this Herald of Ash. And on my boots, I have Summon Skitterbots with Infernal Legion, Flame Golem with Cast when damage is taken. And lastly, on my wand, I have Flame Dash, Arcane Surge, and increased duration. For the Pantheon, I'm using Soul of the Brine King for the 2-second stun immunity, and Soul of Grootkull for the physical damage reduction. For the Ascendancy, I'm using Sabotuer, and I'm using this Explosive Expert for crit multiplier, crit chance, and elemental penetration. And also I'm using this Pyromaniac for life regeneration and reduced mind mana reservation. And also this Bomb Specialist for mind damage and mind throwing speed. And lastly, this Demolition Specialist for 100% increased effect of auras from mines. And for the skill tree, it's pretty much the same as before. I just respected this nodes going to this piercing shot, and also I respected this Frost Walker and switched it with this Fire Walker, and then I added this fire damage nodes. And also I'm using this Whisper of Doom for an additional curse, this crit nodes for spells, and more crit nodes for spells, and mind nodes, more mind nodes here, and also this excessive detonation for lots of crit chance and crit multiplier, and also this blast cascade for chance of gaining power charges. And yeah, that's all I can say for this Pyroclast build. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Magkita na lang tayo sa susunod na video.